my phenomenal subscribers. You're welcome to another amazing session on this channel. We'll be talking anesthesia today, and our topic of discussion is intravenous anesthetic agents, what you may refer to as non-volatile anesthetic agents. Some of these drugs are used for induction of anesthesia, while others are used as sedatives, then a few for their analgesic effects.
May I take your order?
We'll be categorizing these drugs based on 4 different classification groups. Like, we are classifying these drugs into 4 groups based on 4 criteria. The first being based on their chemical structure, secondly based on their onset of action, thirdly based on their mode of action, and lastly the classification will be based on whether they are of barbituric acid derivative or not. Now, for their chemical structure, we have the phencyclidins, for example ketamine. Now there is the barbiturate, for example thiopental. Drug under this group is a popular sodium thiopental, STP for short. Then there is methoxyetol under this group too. Then we have the phenols, that is the diisopropyl group of drugs, which includes propofol. The benzodiazepines, for example midazolam, lorazepam, diazepam, and so on. And then the opioids, for example fentanyl, morphine, petidine, pentazocine, and name it. Then lastly, under this group we have the imidazoles, the carboxylated imidazole compounds such as etomidate, although not regularly used in this area. Okay, for the second classification, this is based on the onset of action. We have the rapid acting drugs and the slow acting drugs, like drugs with rapid onset of action and drugs with slow onset of action. For drugs with rapid onset of action, we have the phenols, that's diisopropyl like the propofol. Then we have barbiturates such as the thiopental, for example STP, sodium thiopental. Then still under this group we have the imidazoles, that is carboxylated imidazole compounds such as etomidate. Then for the slow acting drugs, we have the phencyclidins, for example ketamine. Then there is the butyrophenols, that's the neuroleptics such as haloperidol or droperidol. Thirdly, under this group we have benzodiazepines such as diazepam, midazolam, and lorazepam. Then lastly, phenothiazines such as promethazine. Drugs under the third classification of intravenous anesthetic agents based on their mode of action. We have the hypnotics and sedatives, we have the analgesic, and then those with both characteristics, like drugs with both hypnotic and analgesic effects. For the drug with analgesic effects, we have opioids such as pentazocine, morphine, fentanyl, and so on. And those with hypnotic effects, we have the benzodiazepines such as lorazepam, diazepam, midazolam. Then we have phenotazines like promethazine. We have thiopental, for example, methotrexate and sodium thiopental. We have the phenols, for example, the diisopropyl, which is propofol. Then there is the imidazoles, carboxylated imidazole compounds such as ectomidate, and the butyrophenols like the neuroleptics, for example, haloperidol or droperidol. Then for drugs with both analgesic and sedative effect, we have the phencyclidines, for example, ketamine, and also alpha-2 adrenergic agonists, for example, the desmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmethylmeth classification which is based on if this drug have barbiturate derivative or not. That is the barbiturate and non-barbiturate. For the barbiturate, we have the thiopental, which is sodium thiopental or methoxyetol. Then for the non-barbiturate, we have the phencyclidine such as ketamine, the benzodiazepines such as midazolam, diazepam, lorazepam, and so on, bromazepam. You know these drugs. Then we have the carboxylated imidazole compound like the etomidate. We have the phenols, that's diisopropyl like the propofol. We have the butyrophenols like the droperidol or haloperidol. We have alpha-2 adrenergic agonists such as desmethylmetamidine. Still on the opioids, we have drugs like fentanyl, pentazocine, morphine, petidine, and then phenotazine such as promethazine. Other group of drugs that does not have barbituric acid derivative includes the alpha-2 adrenergic agonists, for example, desmethylmetamidine, and then the phenotazines such as the promethazine, butyrophenols, that's the neuroleptics, for example, droperidol and haloperidol. So those are the classification of the drugs used for IV induction of anesthesia, or what we refer to as intravenous anesthetic agents. Please, we'll be taking each of these drugs. We'll be taking a rundown of each of these drugs, what they entail, just everything about these drugs in our next session. So do well to click on the red subscribe button and click on the notification bell so you get to know when the new videos will be uploaded for a follow-up on this lecture. It's an interesting one and something you wouldn't want to miss. So click on the notification bell. Bye.